Hey, it's Kayla again, and I am participating in another readathon. So this readathon is called the History Readathon HI-Story, and it's hosted by Charr from Thoroughly Enjoyed Books. And I was very excited to come across this readathon because it's all about historical fiction, and I love to read historical fiction. So coming across a readathon that is solely based on that and solely what you have to read, I love the idea. So thank you, Charr, for creating such an awesome readathon. I'm very excited to participate. So this is my TBR for that readathon. This readathon starts next Friday, the 8th of May, and goes until the 11th. So it's a full-on 4 days of reading historical fiction. I'm also quite nervous because I actually start back at work next week. I'm not sure of my roster or what hours I'm going to be doing next week. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to read much over those 4 days, but I'm definitely going to try. So the prompts for this readathon are on a bingo card, which I will add in the picture here somewhere. But all of these prompts, you can choose which ones you want. You don't have to read them all, I believe. You can also combine them as well, so you can have one book that is for majority of these prompts, or you can just read one prompt and that's it. At least that's my take on this readathon. But I have 3 books because, as I said, I start back at work, so I'm not sure how much reading I'm going to be able to get done. But 2 of these books are actual physical books and another is an audiobook. So the first book I have on my list fills 3 of these prompts. It fills the middle prompt, which is any historical book. It also fills a favorite historical event and a historical fiction book. So this one is Titanic: The Long Night by Diane Ho, I think. I absolutely love anything to do with the Titanic. I find it so fascinating. There's just something about it that I really like learning more about, and like, it was over 100 years ago now, but it's just the fact that it was such a big tragedy that could have been prevented, but it was like a big massive amount of bad luck that happened on that one night in that short amount of time. It's a very interesting event in history, and I've had this book, I don't know how long I've had this one. I believe I got it from I did get this from a secondhand bookshop. I can't remember when, but I know I've had it for a while and I just haven't been in the mood to read it. But I think this is the perfect time to pick it up and read it during a historical readathon. So I don't know much about it. I think it's like a romance. We follow 3 different characters that experience the tragedy, and will they survive is pretty much the thing. So yeah, it's just about 3 characters on the Titanic. I don't know much else about it. Haven't really heard anything else about it at all, but I look forward to reading it just because it's about the Titanic. The next one I have is meant to go with the prompt, a historical poetry book. I love poetry, but I don't have a lot that I feel like would be appropriate for this prompt. I don't know, and I'm not sure if this one is appropriate, but I'm gonna add it anyway just in case it is, because technically it is set in a different time. It was written in a different time, so I don't know. But that is Best Poems of the Bronte Sisters. As you can see, it's very, very short, but it's just a compilation of different poems from Emily, Anne, and Charlotte Bronte. I haven't read anything by them at all. This will be the first, but it is one that I have been wanting to read, and I keep forgetting that I have it because it is so thin and easy to miss. I really hope this one can class as that. If not, I'm still probably going to read it anyway. Like I said, I haven't read anything from them. I haven't read any poems from this time, so I'm intrigued. And the next prompt that I have is a non-fiction history book, which I'm excited for because I love reading non-fiction books. But I have read most of the non-fiction ones that I have anyway, so I wanted to have a look at Scribd and see what audiobooks they have in the way of non-fiction history books, and I found one, and it's Life in Ancient Rome by Lionel Casson. I figured that I should have an audiobook in here because that way, if I am working during this readathon, I can listen to the audiobook while I'm at work. Obviously, when I'm not busy. It's good for multitasking, and I believe this one is only 5 hours long, and I usually listen to it on like 1.5, 1.8 speed, so it's probably going to take me no time at all to listen to this one. So yes, and I love learning about ancient Rome and anything to do with Romans back in that time. So I'm very intrigued. I think this one is pretty much just going through like what slaves, emperors, soldiers, and commanders went through during the 1st and 2nd AD. So I'm excited because I love learning about ancient Rome, so I'm looking forward to listening to this one. It's only 5 hours long, so like I said, it's not going to take me very long. I'm looking forward to it. Well, there you go, guys. Like I said, I've only got a few books on here, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to read them over the course of the 4 days. I'm really looking forward to reading these ones. I feel like I have a nice little variety. You know, I have ones that I could pretty much read them in a day if I tried. But yeah, I really don't think it's going to take me very long to get through these. It just sort of depends on work, but I'm still going to participate anyway, and I'm looking forward to reading them. But yes, I will leave the link to Charr's video down below as well, just in case you guys want to participate, because historical fiction is such an awesome genre and I love it, and I'm excited to read these books. So yay. But yes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.